Tonight on Big Smo.
Did you know she had a boyfriend?
Oh, what? Well, this is every father's worst nightmare. What's your favorite Rick Ross song? What's your credit score? Are you allergic to peanuts? Boys, get to the top.
Can we admit that the space is a little small?
It's just going to be hard to find a place that got our vibe.
Let's check it out.
I didn't realize how big it was. Something's not right.
Can me and Jonathan go out on this date?
The thought of her being out with a boy makes me want to weld bars on her door. Slam! Door in your face.
Change is good, baby.
I ain't ready for all this change. When I was a little boy, I loved hip-hop. When I told my parents I wanted to be a rap star, they just laughed and said, boy, don't you know, you country. I'm the king of the country, the boss of the sticks. Now I got a band, fans, and I just got signed to a record deal.
You need to prepare yourself for your life to change. He's worked 14 years for this. He deserves this.
My kinfolk mean everything to me. These are my people who make me who I am. It's just one of them nights. You know, I might be a rapper, but a normal day for me is no different than anybody else's. I have some coffee, make a smoothie for breakfast, and kiss my family goodbye before leaving the house. Get in the car, deal with traffic. But the best part about going to work
Have a good day.
is the commute. It's a party over here, bringing people to the other side. Take this damn road, you might want to bring your other ride. My recording studio is just in my backyard. Careful, man. These are my golf gloves. Sure, it's cozy, but it's more than a practice space. My granddaddy ran a general store out of this shed. Me and my dad, we cleaned it out. We made a studio out of it, and that's where I've been making my music ever since I started.
I mean, as much as we all love the building, it was one thing when it was you and Smo. Now we're like full band. I mean, we don't even have a drummer here today.
I mean, what am I doing over here?
That's my point.
Smo's home studio is the Country Kitchen. This is where we cook all the music.
But it's like aptly titled that also because it's the size of my grandmother's kitchen.
But I guarantee you, if you gave us a little more space,
Yeah, but this, you know, this is our area.
this is nostalgic.
It's our spot.
Okay, listen, I'll find a place.
It's just going to be hard to find a place that got our vibe. You can't get cobwebs like this. Look at that. Bing, 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 bing.
This is really good.
Thank God for the captain of D's who took the time to go fish this out of the water. I never understood tartar sauce. I don't even like the word tartar.
I hate that.
It don't even sound good. Fish mud. Some mud for the fish. So how was school today, Maria?
I don't know.
I can't get anything out of you. Little Miss Napoleon Dynamite looking weirdo. You're my eyes and ears. Tell me what's going on with this kid.
Did you know she had a boyfriend?
Oh, what?
You have a boyfriend? Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I know about this? Why haven't I been told? Who is this kid?
Jonathan
Blake.
Shelton.
Blake Shelton? I want to know about this kid. Is he short?
No.
Is he fat?
No.
Is he a geek? Is he a jock? Does he play golf? Does he listen to hip-hop? Is he a rocker? Is he an emo?
I don't know.
Is he a redneck?
I don't know.
Does he go hunting?
I don't know.
Is he a human? Explain to me what's this guy of yours look like.
Brown eyes. Tall.
Eyes? Wait a minute. I'm not getting like a clear visual image of this guy. Let's see if I can like sketch this down. You say brown eyes, brown hair.
His hair comes around to his eyebrow.
Does he smile a lot?
No.
No mustache, no beard. Big nose, little nose.
Little nose. Little nose.
Little nose.
Hey, he likes to read books.
And he reads books.
About zombies.
Now, here's Blake Shelton reading a book about zombies from a zombie. This is you. That's your future. This guy right here. That's your future. Looks like a weird kid to me. How old is this kid?
16.
16. 16. He's older than you, and older boys get to chop. Chop. I'm gonna have to meet him. I think what you should do is call him up and invite him over for dinner. And we'll see if he deserves to be at this family table, right? And I want you to keep your eyes on him.
Okay.
Like a hawk. Every father's worst nightmare is who's going to be walking through my front door. Is he a tough guy, an emo hipster, or even worse? My manager, Dan, said he's got us a new rehearsal space to fit my growing band. But leaving my home studio, it's going to be tough. I don't really know where to start. Everything here's got, like, significant value to it. I gotta keep the fox, man. I mean, how do you box a fox? You know, you can't bend the fox. You gotta find a fox box.
Really? John has a hard time letting go of anything. He thinks he's a collector. I think he's a pack rat.
Look at this. This is my first album of 2004. Keeping it pimping. Isn't that crazy?
This girl thinks it's crazy, too.
Halloween mask from 1 year. Oh, your breath is horrible. This is where I was peppered and seasoned and marinated into who I become. Is in these walls. My great-grandfather built this in like 1892. And then, of course, me and Dad added this when I come in and we did the studio. And my father passed away 7 years ago. Our relationship was so solid, we were like best friends. One day, my dad was helping me build on the studio, and he raised up, grabbed his chest, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? He jumped in his car and started driving towards the hospital. And he swerved over on the side of the road, and I ran up to the car, and I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, I dropped my cigarettes. And I was like, this dude's a trip. Boy, my dear old dad was tough as nails. Heck, he was out of the hospital the next day. And I missed the hell out of him. This was his old Navy box, so he'll put this in there. I've been able to trust this building, you know what I'm saying? Because it was built by my family. I outgrew my studio, outgrown the bus. I'm married, dating now.
Change is good, baby.
But I ain't ready for all this change. It's too much for me. Every father's worst nightmare is having his teenage daughter bring home their first boyfriend and wondering who's going to be walking through my front door. Is he a tough guy? An emo hipster? Oh, Lord, not God. Or even worse, he's just like me.
What's cracking, homie?
One thing's for sure, this boy's in for a long night, whoever he is.
I'm Jonathan. Is Mary here?
So this is the kid that's trying to date my darling daughter? Well, like any father, I got a job to do. Everybody ready to eat?
Thank you.
Can I have that, please?
Well, you always got to make sure that our guests get served first, sweetheart.
Thank you.
So, Mary, tell me, what is it that you like about young Jonathan?
He's cute.
That's true.
Is that it? It's cute?
He's funny.
Really? Tell me a joke. Well, the funny guy doesn't have a joke. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
My daughter. Slam! Door in your face. So, in order to get to know you in a small amount of time, I came up with a series of questions that I'd like to ask you.
Okay.
Question number one. What's your favorite Rick Ross song?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you allergic to peanuts? What's your credit score?
I don't have none.
Favorite brand camouflage?
Good question.
If you were stuck in the woods and you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Food, matches, type of transportation.
How about not to be stuck anymore? That'd be my first wish. Last question. Why?
What?
Why do you want to date Napoleon Dynamite?
I mean, she's pretty, she's fun to hang out with, and she's funny when she's not trying to be funny.
Interesting.
So, Jonathan, what do you want to do? After school.
When I graduate, I'm going to become a police officer and hopefully one day walk up to FBI.
Police officer.
Yes, sir.
Po-po.
Yeah.
5-0. I like you. You passed the test. Jonathan's a good sport. I approve him hanging out around the farm with my daughter. I appreciate you coming over and giving us a chance to get to know you, and hanging out around her is like being in a relationship with all of us. You're going to have to deal with us, and so you better get used to it, buddy. It's going to get real weird.
Can me and Jonathan go out on this date?
No. The thought of her being out with a boy makes me want to weld bars on her door. Amaria's new boyfriend, Jonathan, came over for dinner and survived my intense interrogation. That was a pretty good dinner.
Yep. So did you like Jonathan?
Seems like a cool kid. Good set of hair. Hands look a little frail, but a little farm work. We can change that right up.
So, Daddy, can me and Jonathan go out on this date?
No.
Why?
You're too young for that.
I'm almost 16.
Yeah, but being almost 16 is not being 16, okay? You're still my baby girl. You got me? Amaria dating is just too much for me to handle right now. I am not ready for that. And I don't trust teenage boys. I don't care how harmless they look. I love you.
Love you.
We've been having trouble working in my home studio due to the growth of my band. Well, my manager, Dan, he found us a new place where we can go and rehearse.
Check it out.
Wow. This is huge. I didn't realize how big it was.
Got the stage. Used to run moonshine out of this building.
What? A lot of room in here for activities.
There's so much space.
I mean, you know, it's got space.
I feel like you're about to say it's got space, but I feel like there's a...
No, I mean, you know, let's bring in the equipment. Delicious. Let's give us a shot, see what it sounds like.
Did not feel good.
Something's not right. The moment that we started playing in this place, we were so out of sync, it was hard to tell who was off and who was on. Sounded like we were all playing different songs. I just don't think this place has a good vibe.
Keyword vibe.
We got to figure out a way to bring a little soul and warmth to this place. It's throwing our mojo all off. You know, here's the thing. It's a new space. Maybe we need to smallify it.
There we go. Decorations, motif.
All right. I don't know. Something's not right. I brought in everything that you could possibly want.
Still something missing.
I still felt that the smo rah was off.
I got an idea.
The thing about my home studio is it always felt like my dad was there watching over me. The last of the puzzle. And I realized I just needed to bring him here to make it feel complete. And now he'll always be watching over me.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's give this a shot, see what it sounds like. Change is good. All things must change. And I'm good with that. Let's keep it rolling. I love it. Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Guess what time it is?
bedtime.
And that means frog in the face, frog in the face. When I look at Amaria, I still see my little girl. The thought of her being out with a boy makes me want to weld bars on her door.
You've been doing really good at school. You've been helping a lot here at the house. You've proven to be a very smart young woman about this whole date thing. I think I might let you go out on this date. I love you.
I realize it's not about me trusting some guy. It's really about me trusting my daughter. She's a good kid. A lot better than I was at her age.
Oh, under one condition.
Okay.
Frog in the face. Put a frog in your face.
My little girl's about to go out on her first date. All things gotta change. And I'm good with that.
You nervous?
A little bit.
I don't usually sit around on the couch with a loaded gun, but tonight I made an exception.
You're nervous, right?
I am nervous.
And walk in there with a lot of confidence. Make sure he opens up the car door for you. Don't slurp if you drink out of a straw. Don't slurp it. When you're done, you're done.
What did Daddy do when he took you out on a date?
Boy, he came in there and swept me right off my feet. He, carried himself like a gentleman. I see Amaria as a sweet, innocent child. I don't want to lose the baby in her. Your daddy is, very romantic. He'll send me flowers if he's gone.
Really?
Yeah. Just to think about him, he brings, tears to my eyes. Because I love your daddy so much to this day still. He's like my warm cushion spot. Every woman should have that at least once in their life.
Dinner. And that's it. This is a big deal for her. I wouldn't mess it up.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a drum roll, please? I'm proud to present Amaria! Wow.
You okay?
Forgot to put my glasses on.
There's my girl.
I usually call Amaria Napoleon Dynamite, but today, she just looks plumb dynamite.
Did you do that?
Yeah,
Fantastic job.
You did great.
it's my pretty girl.
At first, I was worried about Jonathan breaking my little girl's heart, but now I think Jonathan better watch out for the competition.
Y'all get out of here. I love you.
Love you. Bye. Have fun. See what you gotta go through?
My baby girl is all grown up. She's wearing makeup, out on her first date, and getting treated like a lady. I guess it's about time I learned to give her some space.
Dad, do you have to sit so close?
Fine, man.
You're fine.
Me?
I'm talking about you.
I remember our first date.
Yeah.
We went to that little sandwich shack over in McMinnville.
Yeah.
I ordered chicken salad sandwiches. It had romaine lettuce on it. You were like, what kind of lettuce is this? I was like, it's romaine. He was like, what is that?
I don't know.
It's been a long time since me and Whitney went on our first date. She looks just as pretty as she did on that first night.
I feel like she's gonna make one hell of a wife.
Just on my hair and my lip right here. Like a skin, a piece of, you feel it right there.
This date turned out to be a good thing for all of us. It feels good to see my little girl growing up into a young woman.
This one time someone stopped me in a job, and I got in, it's like, don't.
Sure does look like they're having a good time. I wonder if that sandwich shop is still there.
I don't know.
Like my daddy always said, ain't nothing wrong with change as long as it's in the right direction.